Well, everybody, it looks like there's some winter storm warnings that are coming up right now in a couple of spots. There are some in North Carolina and Tennessee over here, and now there are starting to. There's going to be some winter storm warnings starting up right here in parts of Maryland, a couple of counties in Virginia, southern Delaware, and now the coastal New Jersey. Now, what's going on basically here is that the reason there's those winter storm warnings in excuse me, Tennessee and North Carolina is because this right here is going to form. These two areas right here are going to merge together to make this very powerful nor'easter right here. It's these two right here. It's this snowstorm right here and this low. They're going to merge together, and then it's going to go off from there. As you can see, it's some pretty heavy snowfall right there. Already, Boston's starting to see some snowfall right here as the latest GFS model comes in. Now it's indicating a stronger system than previously, so that's another rather disturbing trend if you the way I look at it. So as you can see, it starts out at around 1,008 millibars, and then it drops down to 996 as everything starts to organize, and then it continues dropping down another 13 to 983 in 12 hours, so 25 millibars in 12 hours. That's already indication enough for a bomb cyclone right there. That's already criteria enough for a bomb cyclone. Heck, that's basically explosive intensification right there if this was a hurricane. And as you can see, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, New York City, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Boston, that area is already seeing snow at that point. And now it continues to intensify. This is at 976 millibars, drops down another 7 in the next 6 hours. So, and then this is where it gets really heavy in parts of Massachusetts, parts of Rhode Island, that area. Basically, it's just going to continue 966 millibars. So it goes from 1,008 to 966 millibars in 24 hours. That's a 42 millibar drop. That's close to explosive intensification right there. That's over 40 millibars in 24 hours. That is quite a huge amount of intensification. For example, during Hurricane Ida, its pressure dropped, I believe, 43 millibars in 24 hours. So actually, yeah, that's quite a lot. It was about 45 or so millibars in 24 hours. But it was 43 millibar pressure drop 43 and 12. So that's also very impressive right there. For Ida right there, but this isn't a hurricane. This is a nor'easter, a very powerful nor'easter. That is. Already there are winter storm warnings up for parts of Virginia, parts of New Jersey, and Delaware, and we're going to go ahead and dissect all these and the updated winter storm watches that are out. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Winter storm warning in effect from 7 p.m. Friday to 7 p.m. Saturday. Heavy snow expected. Total snow accumulation of 5 to 10 inches. Winds could gust as high as 45 miles per hour. If that visibility gets below a quarter of a mile, that is blizzard conditions right there. And I would not be surprised if during this event they issue a blizzard warning for parts of the country, such as in Boston, maybe even New Jersey, maybe Connecticut, Rhode Island. So, yeah, this is for portions of southeast Maryland and eastern and southeast Virginia right here. Impacts travel will be very difficult. I would not be even consider traveling while this nor'easter is going on. I would not consider it unless you have a medical emergency or anything like that. I would not consider traveling during this. This is going to be such a powerful storm, and the later watches and warnings will explain how powerful it'll get. Now, this is for parts of New Jersey and Delaware. Heavy snow, 9 to 15 inches expected now. I believe it was 5 to 10, I believe it was 6 to 12. Now it's 9 to 15. So this is indicating this storm's going to be stronger than we thought it would. Winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. That's blizzard conditions right there. That's blizzard conditions. So if you're living in New Jersey in the warned area right now, heck, if you're living anywhere in New Jersey when this thing's hitting, like this, there's the model right here. This is the GFS. This is where it's going to impact pretty much the entire state of New Jersey and the entire state of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts, as well as New Hampshire and Maine. So if you're in New Jersey, in any of these areas, just do not travel. I advise against it. I would not travel unless I had a medical emergency. So now they have a winter storm watch out for New York City right here. As we can see, not too much has changed all that much. It has actually changed. Heavy snow possible. Total snow accumulations 6 to 9 inches for parts of the area right here. This is for New York City right here. 6 to 9 inches in New York City. Portions of northeast New Jersey, southern Connecticut, and southeast New York, including New York City proper. So New York City could be under a winter storm warning in the next few hours. It could. It very much could. Yeah, this is from Friday evening through Saturday evening right there. Travel could be very difficult. If you're in Manhattan and it's blowing like this and everything, I wouldn't travel because if there's going to be blowing snow and everything like that. And not only that, the buildings actually make the wind even faster because that wind will end. Those buildings will end up funneling the wind, and it'll basically be the same amount of energy, but it's compressed in such a small area at that point that the winds will be even faster at that point. So, yeah, I would advise not traveling if you're in New York City. Like, I mean, maybe walking out in this is okay and is fine and everything, but I would advise not traveling. I'd watch your step if you walk. So, this is the big news right here. This is big, the big news right here for Boston. What heavy snow possible? Total snow accumulation of 12 to 18 inches possible. Now, other local news media has it at 12 to 18 plus, so the NWS matched it to there. So I'm not entirely surprised. 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I saw something I read an article on the local news that had winds, especially out near the Cape area and Boston, Cape Cod area in Boston, up to 70 to 80 miles per hour. That's near 2 hurricane strength winds right there. So I would be very careful when it comes to that. Portions of eastern and northeastern Massachusetts and northern and southern Rhode Island, this is for it right here. This is from late Friday night to Saturday evening. So, yeah, travel could be very difficult to impossible. I keep saying this like a broken record, but I would advise not traveling while this thing is going on. And now, this was issued this afternoon for Maine. This is another winter storm watch that was issued just this afternoon, not updated or anything. This is for portions of Maine right here. So, yeah, for portions of New Hampshire and Maine. So, heavy snow possible. 5 to 10 inches of snow is possible. Wind gusts could be as high as 35 miles per hour. So, yeah, this is, at that point, like, it's going to hit coastal Maine pretty hard. New Hampshire could see a lot of snow with this as well. So, actually, I want to check. Yeah, the map goes for basically eastern New Hampshire. I think they might issue a separate winter storm watch for other parts of New Hampshire and Maine, if depending on basically the track of this thing right here as this moves out. Now they're expecting the entire state of New Hampshire to be under snow and everything. So, yeah, I fully expect that watch to be expanded throughout the rest of the states of New Hampshire and Maine. So, yeah, that I fully expect that. From Saturday morning to late Saturday night, travel can be very difficult. I would advise not traveling, especially if there's whiteout conditions where it's very common in blizzards and everything. This thing might warrant some blizzard warnings, honestly. We could see some blizzard warnings in the future if these models hold. And now we're going to go ahead and go to the snow model that the European model has for us. Look at this in Brockton. 20 inches of snow, according to the latest European model right here. 20 inches. Over 20 inches. In this little part right here in northeastern Massachusetts. But 12 to 16 inches of snow is possible in Boston, according to the European model. 12 to 16 right here, this area. And throughout the rest of the state, basically anywhere over 6 inches of snow. If you're in Massachusetts, you're going to get at least 6 inches of snow, no matter where you are in Massachusetts. Now, just to give you a little context, this is New Hampshire right here. Let's see if they've updated it. This is the snowfall right here. They have it at 30 plus inches of snow in some areas. Although keep in mind there already has been snow that has fallen and everything. There is a few inches of snow falling in these areas and everything. So this is a bit skewed. I forgot to give this disclaimer in the other one of the other videos, but still, 18 to 24 inches is not off the table right now. I know it says 12 to 18, but if the GFS model goes through this new trend where it's basically it went on this trend where it was moving more towards the east and weakening the last day, and now it's starting another trend where it's strengthening and moving more towards the west. So if that trend continues, 18 to 24 inches isn't off the table. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's not off the table from what I'm gathering with this. So yeah, this is the storm at its max peak right here. Look how how blue this is near Boston right here. Look how blue that band is right there. The isobars, which are these black lines right here, they are so tightly packed together. Like that's what's warranting these near hurricane force winds right here. The pressure gradient force is so high at this point that it's basically allowing this to happen. But yeah, I will continue to update you guys as the situation develops. We do have some new winter storm warnings, just to recap. And with that, I'm going to wrap this video up. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It really helps me and helps me make more videos like these. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe.